If you absolutely hate canals and wonderful rural scenery, oh, this is not the video for you. For everyone else, come on, let me show you one of the most important places in my life. As we approach this fantastic ford of the River Mauder across the road here, I'll start by introducing this video properly, I suppose. We're going to be wandering down a few miles of the spectacularly rural Montgomery Canal, not too far away from my hometown of Oswestry, so that's one of the first reasons why this is quite an important, significant place in my life, as it's my local canal effectively. Believe it or not, this lift bridge and where we join the canal here is literally only about a 30-second walk from the ford. That's how amazing and filled with wonderful features this area is. But the other reason that this is such a significant place is because I used to very often with my friends come down here and hire a canoe for the day, and it was on one of those trips that my friend suggested that I could buy a boat. And well, I ended up living on a boat for many, many years of my life after that sparked the idea. That, as well, is unbelievably the same river just a few hundred feet away from where it fords over the road. I always like that, just that it goes under the canal, over the road, then the road goes up to that lift bridge, over the canal, and then the canal goes over the river. You see what I'm doing there. So yeah, this is Maysbury Marsh that we're just passing through, and the fact that we've got a road on that bridge marks this out as one of the least rural places that we're going to be for the next several miles. Now you might be looking at this place thinking, this surely can't get any more traditional, classic British rural countryside, but let's just zoom the camera in for 1 second and add a bonus canal side feature. My goodness, this is like a fairy tale landscape. What a place! I cannot stress how absolutely and literally true this statement is. This used to be a stretch of moorings, and one of the boats on that far side was for sale while me and my friends were kayaking past, I think in 2010. And just as a joke, my friend said, "Hey Dan, you could live on a boat." And it's literally right here that all of the next decades plus of my life spiraled almost out of control from that simple suggestion that I decided to take a little bit too literally, and well, then I did it. This is not just a very rural canal, but it's also a very quiet canal in terms of boat traffic, certainly compared to the mega busy Llangollen that it branches from at least. And you can sort of see that in the makeup of the canal. It looks quite pond-like in some areas, like this. I don't know if the rules are still the same, but back in my day when I was a boater, you used to have to book in advance to come through the locks to come onto this stretch of canal, and they'd only let so many at a time down, and you had to turn up at the locks. I think it was between 12 and 2 p.m. back in the good old days. Like I say, I'm not sure what the rules are now. See, there are things like this brick runoff that I wanted to show you, and well, when I got here, it was just completely overgrown and invisible. Okay, this is a treat for you. The bridge I am looking at now, and with a little bit of nifty footwork, hopefully you're also looking at. Insert B-roll footage here if this is a disaster. But this is not just a fantastically unusual and rural canal bridge, it's also one of my favourite, sort of most significant places in my life. And I'll do a proper video in a minute talking more wistfully about this place, and talking about it in a more heartfelt, hushed tone than this jovial style of this canal walk video. But long story short, before I bought my boat that I lived on for years, I was trying to practice whether I was fit enough to ride my bike and cycle as a commute to and from work, and then do my work for 8 hours and then bike back. And I chose this location, fantastic as it is, as a fake sort of boat mooring spot, and I would pedal my bike out here and eat my dinner at this bridge before then pedalling back to Oswestry and going to work. And that was my practice commute, and this was the location here. But it's such a beautiful rural place. I can't express how much this absolutely epitomises everything that I love. I suppose not just about the canals, about boat life, but about being out in the countryside in general. No idea what's in shot here, but hopefully I've got something good to show you. I'm always a fan of these flat top canal bridges. That's what I call them, at least, where they were just for these really remote rural access points from farmland to farmland, I assume. And they just thought, no need to go to the extra effort of building up brick walls on either side. And that central point at the top of the arch as well. I always think it looks disconcertingly thin up there as well. As I mentioned, though, this whole stretch of canal is just so beautifully rural and quiet, and like you say, you could describe it as overgrown depending on your viewpoint. But when you start reaching things like the Aston locks, and you realise that you can be here enjoying this surrounding and this fantastic old, I don't know what you'd describe it as, machinery doesn't feel like the correct term, but just these mechanical systems. I mean, I used to absolutely love fetching my boat out through these. Like I say, this canal is so quiet and with such limited boating traffic compared to the main Llangollen, that fetching your boat to a lock here and maybe knowing that there's nobody else potentially travelling on the same canal at the same time as you can take your time and you can really just appreciate and enjoy and be very, very safe as well as you do it, of course. But yeah, working locks down here is different to just how busy and the traffic that can build up at peak times on the main line that this branch is from. Very relaxing. Speaking of relaxing, if it couldn't get any better, there's then a nature reserve with ponds right next to the canal. I wasn't prepared for what I'm about to show you. Let's go through this hole in the muddy walls. Because, and I'm trying to do this with a reverse camera angle here, how incredible is this? I had no idea this was here. And that, my friends, is just about the cherry on top. What a place. Can you imagine my genuine excitement of stumbling upon that hide, having no prior knowledge that it existed? And the last time I was there, that was literally just fields with some ponds in it. So yeah, lovely stuff. Now this is a fancy lock, certainly fancy by my standards, because rather than walking over the little steps on the bottom lock gates, this one has a purpose-built bridge. There are no steps on those lock gates. So just wanted to show you that, as that's about as exciting and wild as it gets in terms of life out on the canals. We've got one of the CRT workboats here. You can see they've basically just got a huge amount of space in them for storage and for moving materials and equipment. And now here we are where we're probably going to leave this video. This is the top lock of the Aston locks, just around the corner from the main road before the canal continues along a mile straight and disappears into absolute rural bliss again. And the main road is barely a blip on the entire stretch of this wonderful bit of canal. You can tell we're getting close to civilization because there's actually a car parked up by the lock. You don't see that very often. Well, my dear friends, I think this is a good point to draw this video to a close. I have been absolutely blessed to walk down here today in these unbelievable conditions where, I mean, what more could you ask for? A blue sky, a tiny bit of breeze from time to time so we don't feel like we're baking under the desert sun. But ultimately, what an absolute blessing to have lived a life that I can walk a few miles down a wonderful, quiet, calm, as I say, extremely rural canal like this, and have so many memories spanning decades. And I bet if you could root around in the deep, deep memories somewhere locked away from my childhood, you'd find me here maybe 30 plus years ago, fascinated at something like the locks here. On that note, my friends, I want to say a massive thank you to my supporters as always, whether that's PayPal, Patreon, YouTube channel membership, Facebook subscriptions, all of these services. I am tremendously grateful, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy, whatever literal random rambles I come up with next. And for everybody who's tuned into this, maybe their first time they've ever seen me, thank you very much just for spending your time with me, because there is nothing more valuable than that. Until the next time, though, my friends, I'll leave a load of links to all sorts of stuff in the description. You might find something interesting there, me posting videos and short form and long form and photos and all sorts. But ultimately, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Keep it interesting. Keep it just beautiful canal worthy. Have an amazing week. Oh, what am I saying here? let's leave that in. Let's end the video in the chaotic way that it's been filmed here. Thank you very much for everything, my friends. Until the next time, farewell. See ya.